Hey guys, how you doing? It's Rob over here. I haven't done any haul videos in a little while. I don't know why. I just maybe haven't found anything too interesting. But I wanted to make a point. I wanted to make I like to do some ethical questions videos. What would you do? What do you think is right? Uh, you know, and I'm interested what people think in the comments. What they think is right, and of course, there's no right or wrong answer. That's what ethics is. It's based on the individual. What would you do? And why would you do it? So I'm going to explain the story, but meanwhile I'll show you stuff I got. This here is a beautiful. I don't know how well it's picking up on the camera. This is a Canali suit. This is the new style. This is the newer label. If you can find this label, it's very good. It's a wool cashmere flannel. There was actually sometimes you have to be careful at the estate sales too, because what they'll do is they'll people who are gonna get rid of their stuff, if they have a flaw in something, they'll put it with the sale, and usually a lot of times they'll get rid of their older suits at the estate sale, but they keep their new suits because the new suits are the ones they're wearing. And there was actually a dry cleaner tag. It said, "We tried to get the stain out," but I've scoured this whole suit. I can't find anything, and I'm just waiting, to take pictures, and then something's going to show up in the picture, but I can't find anything. So, but this sale particularly would be a home run if there's nothing wrong with anything in the suit, or at least nothing major. If there's a spot, it doesn't even matter because it's new. This here, this is a Canali. It's a 3-button, which isn't so popular, and it's the what we got here. It's the older label. This is a blue label, but it's that tri-blend. There's a lot of suits. It's got linen, silk, and wool. So if it was there was a couple other ones that were just wool or whatever, I stayed away. This has a window pane pattern, which is pretty popular. Even though this is an older blazer, the window pane is pretty popular now, and linen always does well, especially summertime. Okay, this is a nice cashmere. This is newer with the short lapels. It's either black or a dark navy. I usually put both in the listing. Now, this here is a beautiful piece. This is basically what my story was about. I went to one estate sale. I got there early, and it was very weird this weekend. This weekend was very strange. Usually, I don't get into too many confrontations at the sale. I like to avoid the confrontations because you know what? They don't usually end up well. It doesn't go anyplace. It doesn't. You arguing with people or whatever it is. It usually comes back to bite you. So I like to keep to myself. But at the same time, you gotta be careful because people try to step on your shoes. You have to let it be known that they're not doing the right thing. I go to this sale early in the morning. I do what a lot of people do. I plan everything out very early. I had 2 sales that I was very interested in. So I went to one sale. I put my name on the list to get in. I got there very early. Got there like before 8 a.m. And then I drove to another sale, which was actually starting later. Put my name on the list there. Ran all the way back, so I was exhausted. And, I got back. And what happens is they usually congregate in front of the house, okay? When they're about to start letting people in. But sometimes people get cute, the people who didn't have their name on the list. So, when I was coming back from the other sale, and there were already people congregated, packed up by the door, and my number was ahead of half of the people that were near the door because I had been there, way before. And there was one woman arguing with me, and I don't like to argue with women, especially I don't like older people too. I don't like, whatever. I'm just, that way. And, she was very adamant. Oh, no, well, I was here early, but I just didn't write my name on the list. I says, but look, this is the rules of the company, They make the rules, you have to have your name on the list. So, but but luckily, this woman, they opened the sale early, and I got in at the right time. The right thing happened. So, but the woman was getting a little heated with me, and I didn't know what to say after that. Now, so this is a weird weekend starts with. So now, I found this beautiful suit here. This is Polo Ralph Lauren. This is the Italian-made one. These do really well. The Italian-made has a thing here, made in Italy, and this is 100% linen. This will sell really well. Fast, double-breasted. It's got the buttons here. Now, when I was in the room, when I saw the suits that I liked, I just take them off the rack, throw them on the bed. Okay, just like that. Now, and this also one was here. This is the Ralph Lauren with the metal buttons. But there was a guy next to me who had found this one, which is actually also very nice. This is another tri-blend. Same thing, silk, wool, and linen, but with a Glen plaid pattern. Really nice. So I go downstairs, I pay for the items, I come, and then while I'm outside, the guy was saying, there was another guy who had handed me this. He had looked at it, he says, "Oh, do you want it?" I said, "Yeah, I'll take it." So he handed it to me, and I put it with my pile. Then later on, I paid for my stuff. When I went outside, I was like, "Yeah, that other one, meaning this, the full linen." He says, "Yeah, I was really waiting for that one." I said, "Yeah, it's really nice." But I wasn't even in the mood for talking because I have my name on another list for another sale. Because if I get there and, they call my name, then that's it. I get to go wait on the line again. So I kind of ran away, and then I was thinking, you know what, the guy gave me the other jacket, maybe I should have. But then I'm saying, you know what, I got to make money here, and I'm not screwing the guy over. I mean, I was there early, and I got it, Anyway, at this other sale, I had another situation with a guy, okay? I had gone, and there was some other blazers that I was interested in. Okay, this is like a velvet. Velvet does really well, especially this is Armani. This pattern is very popular right now. So what happened was there was a guy who he took the blazers. He went up to the woman, asked her how much. He didn't like the price, so she puts it back. So I was very happy that he didn't want it, and then I took it and I threw it in my pile. Anyway, and that's how things always happen. Is that once somebody now I'm throwing it in my pile. Now, the guy is like having second thoughts. But once you put it back on the rack, that's it. Anyway, the guy starts questioning me. He's like, "Oh, you can't fit into that. Why do you want that anyway?" I says, "Look, don't worry about it. It's for my father. Whatever. I don't explain to everybody I resell." Anyway, the woman who actually ran the company, she saw that the guy was getting upset and twisted, whatever. So she actually took me in the back room and she says, "Look, let's negotiate back here," because the guy was like, he was all upset. Then I took the jackets, and then, I ended up negotiating, and I got it for lower than what he was going to pay for, obviously, because, I was negotiating, but I buy a lot of stuff from this woman, and, and I was buying more things. It was a bulk purchase. I was buying half a dozen things instead of two. So you should get a lower price. But anyway, I'm curious, anybody, what do you do in these kind of circumstances? I mean, do you usually ever give stuff back to somebody? Or do you ever feel sympathetic? I'll say, "Oh, here, take it." Or do you just say, "You know what? Screw it. It's their problem." I mean, look, these are not life and death items. It's not like I prevented the guy from, getting a medicine or something like that. It's just some clothing that he can find at the next sale. But it was very weird too. In addition to this other kind of issues like this, I have more competition coming. Okay, at some of the estate sales I was at this weekend, there were a lot of people hitting the clothing, and one of the reasons why I hit clothing is because there wasn't as many people going for the clothing. They were going for other things. But now I see my competition heating up. And I might have to start thinking about new strategies. I want to know if anybody has had this happen in their area where maybe they were doing really well. They were getting a certain item, say it was video games. Then all of a sudden video games got hot and then they just couldn't get anything. Look, did they try different sourcing tactics? Did they try to just get different items? I'm very interested, okay? All right, thank you very much. Have a nice day.